Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari 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 Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Girivardhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari Yasodanandana Praja Janaranjana Yasodanandana Praja Janaranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Prabhupada Jayom Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parivrajacharya Astatarosha Srimad His Divine Grace Charanaravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki. ISKCON founder, BBT founder, Srila Prabhupada ki. Anantakoti Vaishnava Vrinda ki. Antaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki. Srila Vyasadev ki. Guru Parampara ki. Bhakti Vedanta purports ki. The anniversary appearance of Shri Varaha Dev ki. Natai Gaura Premanande Hari Hari. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Shri Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga Gaur Premanande Hari Hari.
Hare Krishna. So very fortunate to have with us His Holiness Bhakti Brihat Bhagavat Swami Maharaj. As you know, Maharaj is well known for his very authoritative classes based on the Bhaktivedanta purports and his very apt answers, very practical answers to many of our questions. And so Maharaj has been coming here regularly since many years to give us his valuable association. So let us welcome him to Shri Radha Vrindavan Chandra Temple by chanting the holy names. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Thank you.
Vamsi Vadan Prabhu ki. So today marks the anniversary appearance of Shri Varaha Dev, and we'll speak from a particular verse that's there, right? That's in Marathi or Hindi or Sanskrit. But I'll read from the book. It's in English, or the translation and purported in it. Okay. This is, because some of them in the audience cannot read that. Prabhu, English. Yes, that's fine. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. We're reading from Srimad Bhagavatam on the occasion of the anniversary appearance of Lord Varahadev. This is in second canto, chapter 7, entitled Scheduled Incarnations with Specific Functions, text number 1. Brahmo Vacha Yatrodhyata Shiti Talod Dharanaya Bibrat Krodim Tanum Sakala Yagyamayim Anantaha Antar Maharnava Upagatamadidatyam Tam Damstrayadrim Iva Vajradaro Gadara. Mataji's Brahma Uvacha. Lord Brahma said, Yatra, at that time, when Udyataha attempted Shititala, the planet Earth, Udaranaya, for the matter of lifting, Bibrat assumed Raudim pastimes, Tanum form, Sakala total, Yagyamayim all-inclusive sacrifices, Ananta the unlimited, Antar within the universe, Maha Arnave the great Garbha ocean, Upagatam having arrived at, Adi the first. Daityam, demon. Tam, him. Damsraya, by the tusk. A dream, the flying mountains. Eva, like. Vajradaraha, the controller of the thunderbolts. Dara, pierced. You can repeat the translation by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki. Lord Brahma said, when the unlimitedly powerful Lord assumed the form of a boar as a pastime just to lift the planet Earth, which was drowned in the great ocean of the universe called the Garbhodaka, the first demon, Hiranyaksha, appeared, and the Lord pierced him with his tusk. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Since the beginning of creation, the demons and the demigods, or the Vaishnavas, are always the two classes of living beings to dominate the planets of the universes. Lord Brahma is the first demigod, and Hiranyaksha is the first demon in this universe. Only under certain conditions do the planets float as weightless balls in the air. And as soon as these conditions are disturbed, the planets may fall down in the Garbhodaka ocean, which covers half the universe. The other half is the spherical dome within which the innumerable planetary systems exist. The floating of the planets in the weightless air is due to the inner constitution of the globes and the modernized drilling of the earth to exploit oil from within is a sort of disturbance by the modern demons and can result in a greatly harmful reaction to the floating condition of the earth. A similar disturbance was created formerly by the demons headed by Hiranyaksha, the great exploiter of the gold rush, and the earth was detached from its weightless condition and fell down into the Garbhodaka ocean. The Lord, as maintainer of the whole creation of the material world, therefore assumed the gigantic form of a boar with a proportionate snout and picked up the earth from within the water of the Garbhodaka. Sri Jayadev Goswami, the great Vaishnava poet, sang as follows. Vasati Dasana Sikare Dharani Davalagna Shashini Kalanka Kaleva Nimagna Keshavadrita Sukararupa Jaya Jagadish Hare. Quote, O Keshava, O Supreme Lord, who have assumed the form of a boar, O Lord, the planet Earth rested on your tusk, and it appeared like the moon engraved with spots. Unquote. Such is the symptom of an incarnation of the Lord. The incarnation of the Lord is not the concocted idea of fanciful men who create an incarnation out of imagination. The incarnation of the Lord appears under certain extraordinary circumstances, like the above-mentioned occasion. And the incarnation performs a task which is not even imaginable by the tiny brain of mankind. The modern creators of many cheap incarnations may take note of the factual incarnation of God as the gigantic boar with a very suitable snout to carry the planet Earth. When the Lord appeared to pick up the earth, the demon of the name Hiranyaksha tried to create a disturbance in the methodical functions of the Lord, and therefore he was killed by being pierced by the Lord's tusk. According to Srila Jiva Goswami, the demon Hiranyaksha was killed by the hand of the Lord. Therefore his version is that after being killed by the hand of the Lord, the demon was pierced by the tusk. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur confirms this version. Omajnana timirandasya jnananjana shalakaya chakshurun militam yena tasmai shri guruve namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vanchakalpa Tarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanabhyo Vaishnavabhyo Namo Namaha. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And Krishna appears in various forms just for enjoyment. Srila Prabhupada used to quote often this one line from the Brahma Samhita. Ramadi Mutishu Kalaniyamena Tisnan. He used to just quote one line like that. You can say the whole verse if you like. Yeah. So Srila Prabhupada in one class in relation to Varaha Dev in Bhubaneswar, and that appeared on January 31st in 1977. He mentions that that Krishna, although is the original person, he can take many forms. So Srila Prabhupada explains that the word Rama Adi Murtishu. Murtishu means a form, and Rama indicates enjoyment. It does not necessarily mean Lord Ramachandra. Rama Adi. Yeah. And therefore the Vara appearance is called Adi Sukara. It's not a regular boar or a pig. Adi means the original form. So Adi Sukara is the original form, which everything that's original originates from Sri Krishna. So therefore, this Adi Sukara, in terms of Rama Adi, is practically the initial incarnation of the Lord. Because as Srila Prabhupada says, your Lord Brahma is the first demigod and Hiranyaksha is the first demon. In this particular universe in relation to the planet Earth. So he makes a very important point that when Krishna appears for his enjoyment, Rama Adi, it does not mean that when Krishna appeared as the Varaha Dev, he is suffering. It does not mean that. And then Srila Prabhupada quotes in another famous line from Brahma Samhita. Ananda Chinmaya Ras Pratibha Vitabis. Sometimes he just says that one line. It's like that. So when he says for enjoyment, Varahadev did not really appear to kill Hiranyaksha. And then one disciple asked Srila Prabhupada in Bhubaneswar in 1977 on January 31st. So if you are mentioning that Varahadev does not come to kill Hiranyaksha, then why Varahadev came? Like that. And Srila Prabhupada said, Rama Adi, he came to enjoy. Yeah. And then Srila Prabhupada thought for a while, and he gave this nice analogy which is quite well known. He says sometimes a big man, he becomes a horse. And he gave the example of Prime Minister Gladstone from England. Yeah. You know the analogy? No, one second. It's Prime Minister Gladstone, not Churchill. No, one second. It's Gladstone. That's Prabhupada said that. Yeah. Churchill is a different example. Yeah. So who knows that example? So give the microphone to Tribanga in the back. Tribanga, where's the microphone? Come on. Yeah. So let's see how nice he explains the example. You can paraphrase as much as you want, and how he becomes a horse. He's the Prime Minister of England, and then he becomes a horse. And why? And Prabhupada mentions this example. Microphone. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Yes, Tribanga.
Prime Minister
His full name is Tribanga.
Gladstone, he
Tribanga
becomes
Gopal.
Prime Minister Gladstone becomes horse and he plays with his grandson. Somebody comes to meet him, so he tells that I am very busy because
No, he doesn't say he's very busy. His secretary
says that he's very busy. He didn't want to do the normal his functional activities because he was enjoying with his grandson in the form of he becoming a horse. Similarly, Lord.
And where was the grandson? On his back.
Yeah, he was sitting.
And he was in his all fours.
Yeah.
And his grandson was making giddy up, move. So then?
Yeah. Similarly, Lord also takes the form of various shapes. Like in this verse, we are speaking how Lord took the form of a boar for enjoyment.
Yes. Nice, perfectly said. Thank you very much. Yeah. So the Prime Minister is not the horse. He's still the Prime Minister. But it takes the function or the consciousness of a horse to give pleasure to his grandson. We good? Yeah. So when Srila Prabhupada says that Varaha Dev did not appear to kill Hiranyakashipu, at least Hiranyaksha, so then if Varaha Dev, why did he appear? For what type of enjoyment? You're all thoughtful, intelligent devotees. Can somebody respond? I can't spoon feed you. You adults. See, the same example, Prime Minister Gladstone is on his all fours and his grandson is on his back saying, giddy up, move like a horse. You know. So why did Varahadev appear? Varahadev did something before he finished off and killed Hiranyaksha. Yes, Antadvi Prabhu, microphone. Please stand up and give your full darshan to everyone here. Because everyone got the full darshan of Tribanga Gopal Prabhu from this way. Tell everyone.
He was fighting with Hiranyaksh, so there was a fighting rasa, enjoyment of the fighting rasa between the Lord and.
Now that's enjoyment, but what is before that?
Lifting.
You see, he's saying, stand with him, support him, come on.
Lifting of the earth,
Lifting of the
Mother Earth,
how?
by
With
his
the
tusks.
tusk. So that is why Varahadev appeared. Now what is the verse in Bhagavad Gita besides yada yada hi dharmasya glanid bhavati? What's the next verse? Paritranaya sadhanam vinayshaya tradus. So what is first? Paritranaya, the Lord appears to deliver and give pleasure to his devotees first. Then vinayshaya traduskritam. Then Hiranyaksha is killed. Thank you both. Let's chant for both of them. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hama, Hare Hare. So Antadvi Prabhu gave the second answer first and he gave the first answer second. That's all. He's saying Vinashaya to Duskritam and he gave Paritranaya Sadhana. So it's okay. So this tusk is and Srila Prabhupada gives another example. It says sometimes a mother cat with the same mouth will affectionately pick up the kitten, a baby, and take it from one place to another. See? So the mouth of the mother cat is like shelter for the kitten. See? But the same mouth for a rat is death personified. See? So the same tusk of Varahadev lifts up Bhumi, but not without piercing, It lifts up Bhumi onto the tusk. See? So Bhumi becomes the consort. Bhumi is the eternal consort of Lord Varahadev. And the same tusk is piercing in an action, a death personified. Just like the cat and the kitten and the cat and the rat. So first for the pleasure of the devotees. Then the demons are incidentally or by the way sorted out or destroyed. Paritranaya sadhana. Now, in another place, you may, it's quite amazing. Radhastami is such a wonderful, sweet festival. But Prabhupada mentions Varaha Dev on Radhastami day. And this is a lecture on August 30th, 1968 in Montreal. And I'll read it for you. Very beautifully said. Prabhupada says, Isha, the Supreme Lord, means that he may come in any form, just like he appears as the boar, hog. That does not mean he is hog, or even if he acts like hog means boar or pig, still is anagam. How is it possible? Because he is teji yasham na doshaya. The example is that the sun is so powerful that it is soaking water from everywhere, even from the filthy place, but still sun is pure. And by the sun's contact, that place also becomes pure. This is called purity. Even if I am impure, if I am in touch with Krishna consciousness, then I also become pure. If I go to a contaminated place, I become contagious. I become infected with the contamination. But Krishna or Rama, they are so powerful that even a contaminated person approaches him, it does not mean that Krishna becomes contaminated. The contaminated person becomes purified. 1968, August 30th. On Radhastami, he's speaking about Varaha Dev to become pure. So in other words, Varaha Dev is the Adi Sukara and is completely pure. And then in one purport, in two purports rather, Srila Prabhupada glorifies the form of Varaha Dev and why that form is like that. Yeah. This is in Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 13, Text 26. Prabhupada in the purport says, the Vedas are said to be the breath of the Lord, and that breath was inhaled by Brahma, the original student of the Vedas. The breathing from the nostril of Brahma caused the appearance of Lord Boar, of Varaha, and therefore the boar incarnation of the Lord is the personified Vedas. In other words, if you have a deity form of Varaha Dev, you're worshipping the entire Vedic literature. And by the mercy of Varaha Dev, you will get the conclusion and the imports of all the Vedic literatures. Similarly, like Yasya Devet Para Bhakti Yatya Deva Tata Guru. So Varaha Dev can act as that spiritual master. The glorification of the incarnation by the sages on the higher planets consisted of factual Vedic hymns. The Lord was therefore pleased when such Vedic hymns were chanted, and to encourage his pure devotees' enjoyment, he roared once more and entered the water to rescue the submerged earth. This is a personified Vedas. And then in another purport in the same Canto 3, Chapter 13, Text 35, briefly Prabhupada says in the purport, Lord Boar's skin, his eyes, and his bodily hair holes are all described here as different parts of the Vedas. He is therefore the personified form of the Vedic hymns and specifically the Gayatri mantra. So when you're chanting, when those who are second initiated chants the Gayatri mantras, you're practically associating with the consciousness of Varaha, to lift yourself up from the filth of the material world, the dirt of the material. You have any comments or questions you'd like to ask? Maybe not necessarily on what I spoke, maybe some other questions you may have. You can ask now. Yes, there's a hand up here.
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
What's your name?
Ajay Gaurangadas.
Ajay Gauranga. Yes, tell us.
So Srila Prabhupada writes somewhere that India coming under rule of Muslim rule 500 years and British rule for 200 years because Krishna has punished Indians. So Prabhupada writes somewhere. So I want to-
I didn't read that anywhere. Can you tell us where the reference actually is?
Actually, few years back I read, but
Where?
I forgot that. I searched folio, but I could not find it.
Because it's not there. He's Ajay Govinda. Huh? Ajay Goringa. So he's Ajay, he's first also. He's originating something. Okay. Don't quote Srila Prabhupada because it may be sort of, you may be paraphrasing something that you may have read in a particular context. So I wanted that reference so I could see in what context Prabhupada may have said something you may be decoding differently.
I really remember.
Just ask your question.
Yeah, so what are the reasons that Krishna punished Indians that so many hundreds of years foreign subjugation and after so many years now Ram Mandir after around 600 years, 500 years after we could again re-establish?
Your mother is here?
No,
Where is she?
she's hometown.
She's watching live?
I don't think so.
Don't think so. So, when you were growing up as a boy, you remember some things, right? Were you a little bit naughty or very naughty? Answer?
I was very naughty.
Yes. Yeah. So, when you were naughty, your mother is pleased with you?
No.
No. So, when you see your mother's face when you're naughty, the expression changes, right? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. So normally when your mother is happy with you, she's considered the consciousness of Parvati. You getting it?
Yes.
Yes. But if your mother is not happy with you because you are naughty, then her face changes and you won't go near. You want to go away from her. So then Parvati's consciousness changes to Durga Mata. You know, weapons, like Durga has 10 hands and many weapons. So the mother may take a stick. Then you're on the run, right? Because you're naughty. But when you do something really bad, to be naughty is not so bad, but really bad, like you do something that's unfavorable according to culture, like a criminal thing, then that Durga's consciousness also changes. And then it becomes Kali. We okay so far? Yeah. So you are the same son and that's the same mother. But how come you won't go close to her when she becomes like Durga or like Kali? Because it's a form of mild punishment in the form of Durga, same mother as Parvati, and it's a form of very heavy punishment in the form of Kali. But the mother is the same. The mother is the same. See? So when the mother administers the punishment, does she want the son to suffer?
No.
Have I answered your question?
Actually, but what are the reasons?
When the mother, when it executes some reformation, reform you, is it out of love or is it out of giving you suffering?
Give love.
Yeah. So in the similar way, Krishna is especially endearing to the inhabitants of Bharatavarsha. Okay. So when somebody in say in Europe or in America or in Australia or in China, they may be progressing materially. You understand? Like a comfort zone materially. So Krishna does not interfere with that. Because they are there in the innocence of the ignorance. In the innocence of the ignorance. They don't know the value of Sanatan Dharma. The value of Krishna consciousness. So Krishna does not interfere too much with that. But if you are born in Bharatavarsha, you already are born with the value of Sanatan Dharma or Krishna consciousness. And if you don't take that seriously, then Krishna personally gets involved to punish, to reform. So he takes like an extra interest in such persons. Is that all right?
Yes, Maharaj. But
Yes.
on-
1 second.
Yes.
I'll give another answer also. Yeah. So there was one man, a very influential man, like that. And he approached Srila Prabhupada, and the person who was in the room with Srila Prabhupada was at that time Dr. N.D. Desai, who later became Sri Naji Prabhu and now is late. Yeah. He met Prabhupada personally and did a lot of service, especially in 1977. So because Sri Naji Prabhu, known as Dr. N.D. Desai, was a sort of industrialist, with his father first and then him. Yeah. So he knew this influential man. Now this influential industrialist, it doesn't matter who's the Prime Minister of India. He doesn't vote. Whoever comes in power, he still influences them. You understand that? Yeah. So he was so influential that he came to meet Srila Prabhupada and he started speaking in Hindi to him. And Prabhupada was also replying in Hindi. So he asked the same question. In a similar way, he said, I don't know whether he said Maharaj ji or Swami ji or something. He must have addressed Srila Prabhupada. Sometimes they say Maharaj ji mainly. Like that. So he said, the West is very progressively materially, but India is not progressive materially. And people are suffering. Why? Then Srila Prabhupada asked him, why are you asking the question? As Sri Naji was relating this, because it was in Hindi. Why asking the question? Then he said that Bharata Bhumi, the land of India, is a land of sadhus and the land of saintly persons. Like that. So India has produced so many saints. And he gave some name of some modern ones which Prabhupada disagreed with. See? Like the other day, His Holiness Giriraj Swami was saying of some person who came to see Srila Prabhupada. And Prabhupada told the person, the problem is that you cannot identify who's a Mahatma and who's not a Mahatma. So in a similar way, this industrialist was telling Srila Prabhupada, India is giving birth to so many saints and sadhus, but why is India suffering? Like that. See? Then Srila Prabhupada replied in a very heavy way. Srila Prabhupada said, just as India has produced many saints, India has also produced many demons. Is that okay?
Yes, Maharaj.
If one of the Mataji's Vaishnavis have question, raise your hand. We'll send the microphone to you. Yes.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. Keeping in mind tomorrow Nityananda Trayodasi is an expansion of Lord Krishna, Balram.
Expansion?
Expansion of Krishna is Balram. Balram is Nityananda.
That's better.
That's what it is.
Because Balram, Nityananda is also known as Nityananda.
I know tomorrow Guru Maharaj will be speaking about Nityananda. We want to hear from you some highlights, something relevant to brahmacharis, what we can learn from Nityananda. Some highlight.
You know, there's nice, the Matajis are here and you want me to speak about brahmacharis. Naughty.
In common.
Okay, I'll say something.
I'm sorry.
I will say something.
Brahmachari means
I will say something. Ready? You see, one time I was with His Holiness Brihat Swami in California. So I was serving him personally. This is maybe about 20 years or so or more. And as brahmachari then, so I was serving him personally. So he asked me at one time, after you serve here, and where are you going next? So I tell him I'm going to Vancouver, which is the western side of Canada. So he immediately said, His Holiness Sridhar Swami is from Vancouver. Immediately when I said Vancouver, he's remembering his godbrother. He's not remembering Vancouver in that sense. Yeah. Then he said, when you go there, what are you going to do? So I said, I'm going to teach a course. And I mentioned the course. Maybe it was the Yoga Ladders course at that time also. And after that, what are you going to do? I said, I'm going to go to various programs in the area and so forth. He said, you do one thing. You go to Saranagati, which is about 4 hours drive northwest of Vancouver. And if you get a chance, you must visit Mother Yamuna and Mother Dinatarine. Yeah. I said, no, I will do that. So without me knowing, when I was in Vancouver, he already contacted Mother Yamuna. They're very close. His Holiness Brihat Swami and Yamuna are very, 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 very close. So I didn't know how close until I went to visit Mother Yamuna. Yeah. So I went to Saranagati. A devotee, another Prabhupada disciple named Ghosh Thakur took me, and I stayed with him. It's a huge community in the sense of a lot of land, thousands of acres of land, so forth. So one afternoon, he took me to Mother Yamuna and Mother Dinatarine, and she was very gracious, very affectionate mother. So she addressed me, Brahmachari ji, she says like that. Yeah. She said, I was expecting you. I said, why? He said, your Guru Maharaj told me you're coming. I said, fine. And she's like a perfect, gracious, affectionate host. Yeah. She even knew what I liked to drink, and she already found out. I don't know how, but maybe when I was in Kapandari or something. Yeah. So she made some snacks, and Dinatarani Machaji made some nice herbal tea, natural. And they lived in a very nice place. Everything is natural from the earth. Even the floor is made up of earth, like sand, local sand from the earth and cow dung and so forth, like that. And she has these beautiful deities, Shishi Radha Ban Bihari. It's the same set of deities they made, which is our Utsav deities in Vrindavan for Radha Shamasa. Same sets, but 4 sets. Then she has 1 set. Yeah. So I was asking, so you knew I was coming? He said, yes, yeah. She said, I'd like to tell you something. But it's not in the book Dancing White Elephants, but it's referring to that. It's referring to that. Yeah. So she said that when Srila Prabhupada told us, this is in the 3rd chapter in Dancing White Elephants. But what she told me, it's not there. She said there, when Prabhupada stopped from Amritsar on the train for 1 hour, in Delhi station, he was on his way to Mumbai. So at the Delhi station, a lawyer named Mr. D.D. Gupta met him because they were corresponding. So Prabhupada told Guru Das, this man wants us to open a center here. Get down. Just like that. And there's 50 rupees, see what you can do in the capital of India. So I'm giving some detail about the book, what's in the book also. Of course, it turned out that D.D. Gupta promised everything, but it was nothing. It was in a dharmashala in a predominantly Muslim area in Old Delhi, and there was not even beds to sleep on. So Giriraj Swami, at that time Giriraj Das Brahmachari, told Mr. Gupta, at least you should give a bed to the woman in our party. So there was Yamuna, Guru Das, Gopal, Bhakta Bruce would later become Bhanu Swami, and Giriraj Swami Das Brahmachari. So as you should give her a bed. So D.D. Gupta arranged for a chopoi, which means a bed made of rope. So she was above the ground, like that, on the bed, and the brahmacharis were sleeping on the floor with like rats the size of small cats meandering over the bodies. This is how they started preaching in Delhi. Yeah. So she didn't give me those details which is in the book. And incidentally, the book Dancing White Elephants will get it sponsored for all the brahmacharis on Sunday. And I do that. Like with I'll build you a temple, right? You remember? So when Giriraj Swami gives his class, and I'll do the sponsorship side for the brahmachari. Your book is coming. Paid by the congregation. Devotees, they would like to serve the sons, Brahmacharis are the sons of the Grihasthas. So, Mother Yamuna is telling me that there's this room in Delhi, right? And all of us are like in our early 20s. Early? Yeah, 20s. And I'm the only woman there. See? In one room in Delhi. So they're wondering now how she will sleep on this chopwai and they'll sleep on the floor in the same room. So much for being brahmachari. Haven't finished. So then what they did, they got some like sari cloth, sari cloth. Now the sari is usually you can see through, it's thin. So they have to multiply it, in terms of making it a little thicker, fold it, and they put one temporary. Yeah. There was no toilets there. They had to go around somewhere, to a latrine. Latrine and toilet is 2 different things. You understand what I mean? They had to sometimes run because they were getting sick with dysentery, fever, and so forth. Yeah. So just this the way she explained it, just this one screen of just like some material, cloth material, and that was her side where she was trying to take rest despite being first time in India, not even knowing Hindi, in Delhi. And she was resting there, and she knew that all these brahmacharis, including her husband Guru Das, was on the other side. Like that. Then I asked her, so what is it? And she says, Brahmachari Ji, your Guru Maharaj and I were practically in the same room with 3 other men. Like that. And she said, never ever was I agitated by Giriraj Das Brahmachari. And I could feel the same about him, that when I am in his association and he's in my association, and never ever Giriraj Das Brahmachari was agitated by me. This is over 20 years ago, she's telling me this. Then I said, how is it? How is it that you were staying in the same? And he said, in other places too, we were very close, traveling with Srila Prabhupada in India. You'll read that in the book, Dancing White Elephants, traveling with Srila Prabhupada from August 1970 to March 1972. I know the book very well. So then I asked her, how is it? He said, we were just focused on exclusively serving our Guru. Yeah. And then she told me that he's one of my personal, most intimate brothers that I never had in my other family. And up to the time before she even left, they were very close. So much for being a brahmachari. So yesterday in the brahmachari class, His Holiness Giriraj Swami said that for a brahmachari, you have to keep good relations with everyone. He said, Prabhupada said that. Prabhupada said, you have to keep good relations with everyone, then you will not be a fanatical brahmachari. Another place Prabhupada said, don't call somebody, I read that Hindi word Prabhupada says in India. They may say, what's his word? For sister, Benji. Yeah. So Prabhupada says, don't say Benji, and then you have some illicit relationship with that. You call somebody sister, but you're having some illicit relationship. But with Mother Yamuna and Giriraj Das Brahmachari at that time, she was saying, this is my brother. It's not the same as saying Benji. It's a different consciousness. It's pure. From both sides, it's pure. Because they were exclusively focused on one personality to please him. His Divine Grace A.C. Bhakti Swami Prabhupada. I went over time. So that's my little response to you about talking something about brahmacharya. No, wait a minute. Is that okay? Yeah. It's time for breakfast prasad, so I have answered your question. That's tomorrow. That you can ask His Holiness Giriraj Swami tomorrow, because it's appropriate tomorrow. But I just tried to mention this. I wanted to say it in yesterday's evening program, but I thought, there was too many questions. So since he asked a question like that, I'll mention it here. Yeah. So that closeness is a little different from saying somebody, you my Benji, or sister or something. Prabhupada says it in a negative way about that. In the place. You may call somebody sister, but then suddenly you're exploiting and abusing them. But this is not the case here. A very special soul, this personality. Mother Yamuna and Mother Dinatari, a very amazing personality. Not ordinary devotees. So, what do I do, Revati? Revati Prabhu, there may be some other questions. Maybe the Mataji will ask. She sees the hand up there. Can you see that? I can take it. And that Mataji is wearing little bit saffron also, looks like. So I have to take it, you know. She came appropriately dressed to ask this question today. Yes, what's your name?
Thank you, Maharaj.
You can complete laughing first. Some hasya rasis. What's your name?
My name is Prerna. Prerna.
Prem? Prahana. Prana. Yes, Prana. Tell us.
Maharaj,
Hold it close. Hold it as if you're about to eat breakfast. Hold it. The microphone. Hold it close.
yes. While practicing Krishna consciousness, what should be our view?
What should we?
What should be our view to look at our material conditioning? Sometimes,
So, in other words, when you were saying the question goes like this, and you can correct me if I misunderstood you, right? Yeah. You were saying that when one is practicing Krishna consciousness, that one can see one's material conditioning. Yes or no?
yes,
Yeah.
Maharaj.
So that means you are making spiritual progress. In other words, before you are practicing Krishna consciousness, you couldn't see the material conditioning. But when you're practicing Krishna consciousness, now you can see it. You can distinguish this is material conditioning and this is spiritual progress. So that means you are making progress in Krishna consciousness. So you're safe. But don't focus on the material conditioning when it will go away. You focus on seeing how others are making spiritual progress. And don't worry about that. In other words, purity is the force means to have the force or potency to see purity in others. Don't see it in yourself. The moment you see that you are becoming purified, then you feel that you're better than others, then you will fall. So therefore it is important that when you see your own material conditioning, it's good because now you can recognize it through the process of Krishna consciousness. And always feel that you have material conditioning so that you can see the purity in others and how they're making spiritual progress. Not that I'm becoming more pure than you. See, that's Maya. But if you feel that I'm in Maya and others are making progress, then you are Krishna conscious. Prana, is that okay?
Thank you. Thank you, Maharaj.
Is it digesting still?
Thank you, Maharaj.
Clear? Okay. So we should stop now? Who's that person who's asking one more question? Who is that? Where's that one more person? Him? He's a Gopa, you know. Samarpana Gopa. Prabhu, he's not supposed to be he's supposed to be a Gopa, he's not supposed to ask the question. He has just descended to ask the question for my purification. Give him the microphone to purify me. Where's the microphone? Gopa is in Goloka Vrindavan.
Maharaj, I can't ask now. Just now what you said.
Hold it close.
Just now what you said is very difficult. I mean, I can't
What's
ask now.
difficult?
I can't ask now.
You can't ask. That's fine. He wants to go back to Golok.
With your blessing, I need your blessings for that.
No, my blessing is that everyone wants to be blessed with breakfast prasad.
Thank you so much, Maharaj.
Okay. Personal. See, I am cursed to bewilder. I have to get rid of that mentality to bewilder somebody. Not good enough. So please bless me to become simple. Bless me. He's still bewildered. All right. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki. Shri Varaha Dev ki. Nantakodi Vaishnav Vrindi ki. Bhagavat Breakfast Prasadam ki. Atai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol.